Hey, hello, Anna here, and welcome to day 2 of this self-compassion challenge. Find a comfortable space, a place where you know you can practice and focus on your own, and let's begin. Okay, I hope you found that a space where you know you can practice and enjoy this day, this session with me. On this second day, we're gonna explore this idea that practicing self-compassion could be selfish. A lot of people have been educated in a way that when they take care of themselves, there is a little bit of guilt that shows up. So let's explore today this belief. Does self-compassion really make us more selfish? And while I guide you to this practice today, feel free to close your eyes or soften your gaze. As long as you can hear me, then you're good to go. And usually we interpret an act of selfishness as something we do for our own benefit without really taking into account the impact that it might have on other people's life. And this is why some people might fear that practicing self-compassion, offering us some care and friendliness, might make us more selfish. And I find really interesting to bring to the mind side this learning from Christine Neff, a pioneer of combining self-compassion and research. She's the mother of self-compassion from a research point of view, in which she says that it's important to remember that we don't practice self-compassion to feel better. We don't pursue that outcome. We practice self-compassion because we are suffering, because we are struggling. And maybe while we show this kindness to ourselves, we might feel better, but maybe we don't. Maybe we won't. And that's okay, because we are already transforming the relationship that we have towards ourselves. And when we do this, when we treat ourselves better, kinder, in a softer way, then we are potentially gonna feel better and treat other people around us in a more compassionate way. So let's explore this by thinking of a very specific case. I would like you to take some time and think of a moment in your life when you were not very kind to yourself. A moment when you were really hard on yourself. What happened? What is it that you were doing and you kept doing that showed this toughness, this being hard on yourself quality? And in my case, I remember one time, or maybe more than once it has happened, but I have this tendency that I remember I had a severe migraine. I was feeling quite debilitated and worried because I had a lot of things to do. There were many tasks that I wanted to look after and I couldn't. I couldn't keep it up at my regular level because I was struggling with a migraine, with a severe pain on my left temple. And I was aware of this, but a part of me was hoping that the migraine would go away. So I kept working and pushing my body and my mind a little bit further. And pushing until I ended up exhausted. So just take some time to find a moment in your life when you were too hard on yourself. Where were you? Were you alone or with others? And what happened? What did you do? What did you say to yourself? And notice, how did you feel about this? Maybe not at that precise moment, but afterwards, since you still remember it, there might be some emotions around this experience still lingering in you. So what did you feel? Or what do you feel right now when you think about that? Do you feel some guilt or remorse, pain, some sadness, some loneliness, anger? In my case, actually, I felt very tired physically and extremely sad. I was also so upset with myself and with my body for not keeping up whatever my mind was telling me at that moment. So let's just take a few seconds to breathe in. And now we're gonna imagine that something else happened at that precise moment. So there you are, pushing, forcing, trying to put yourself into a state or an energy or a situation that you did not enjoy or you didn't want at that moment. Let's imagine that you had a moment of clarity, and that you took a break, you pause, and you ask yourself, what do I need right now? What is it that I needed at that time? What did you need? What were you longing for? This other part of you that was longing for. In my case, the words rest, ease come to mind. I could have taken a break. I could have reorganized my schedule so I would have more time to go for a walk, to just rest and be kinder towards my migraine at that time. So what is it that you needed? Do you know? And if nothing comes to mind, why not being creative? What could you have done that would have helped you be kinder towards yourself, to show this compassion at that moment? Maybe dance to your favorite song, go for a walk, call a friend, take some time to draw, get a massage. And if nothing comes to mind, maybe this quote by Christopher Germer will help. Self-compassion is simply giving the same kindness to ourselves that we would give to others. So if nothing comes to mind, what would you do in that moment for a friend? All right, well, this brings our second day to an end. I hope you enjoyed and that you remember that at any time you can ask yourself, what do I need right now? You can start planting even more seeds of self-compassion and bringing your attention to your own care. And remember that there is a free booklet that you can download following the link below. It contains all the quotes and a summary of the practices of this whole self-compassion challenge. Thanks so much for showing up and practicing with me. I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye bye.